chance. Oh my God. Mm, that doesn't sound familiar anymore. But anyways, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. I'm back.
I am back. What it do, baby?
I know. Yes, I know. I disappeared. I ghosted you people. And I owe you a proper explanation. So this video, I know it's like a proper comeback video and story time. I know that I vanished. If you've been wondering what have I been up to, why have I been not been posting videos for like 10 months now, I guess. This video is going to explain, like, I'm going to explain everything I've been up to. So grab your drink, get comfortable because it's story time. Yeah. In the last few months, a lot has happened. I almost lost myself. I doubted everything. And I thought about quitting this whole PhD thing more than once. But then again, I hit one of the biggest milestones in my PhD journey. I lost weight, as you can see. I grew in faith, and finally, I'm feeling myself again. And I thought about what's the next thing is for me to come back to YouTube, start creating content. So let me tell you everything that's been going on. The main reason why I ghost YouTube was for one reason: my PhD candidacy exam. If you are not familiar, a candidacy is one of the major milestones in a PhD. And it's basically your program asking, do we really think you can do this? Do we really think you are fit for a PhD program? And for me, it's just me preparing for a full research proposal, and also me spending a lot of time in the lab for me to have more preliminary data to propose what I'm proposing, and also for me reading a lot of papers. Oh my God, a lot of papers. I read a lot of papers, and also re-editing, sending out my proposal to people to go over if it's okay, if what I'm proposing is good enough, and also like doubting everything, and finally defending my proposal in front of my committee members. I think people don't, like PhD students or other PhD students, don't talk enough about how candidacy exam can take a lot from you. I mean, I have friends that have done it, but I it was until I was in that I knew that when I was preparing, I knew that, oh my God, these people really went through a lot. Like they did not stress it enough. And I think this is what PhD students or candidates needs to talk about. Like it's a lot. You going through candidacy exam, it's a lot. It took a lot from me. It took my energy, it took my time, it took my confidence sometimes, because I'm I was like, I don't think I'm good enough to do this. It took a lot. It took like late nights studying, reading papers, writing, rewriting. I think I have some pictures of videos of myself when I was preparing. If I can still find it, I'm going to attach it to this video. Let me be honest with you. I really doubted myself in that season because the season has passed. I was so scared before I submitted my proposal. Before I defended, I was terrified. There are a lot of questions that was running through my mind, like question like, am I smart enough to be here? What if I blank out during my defense? What if they say no and I have to start all over again, or I have to master out? I know, be like, yeah, but it's but these are the questions that was going through my mind. Yes, I'm a Christian and I believe in God so much. Yes, I do. But that other side of me being a woman, like, yeah, this just happened, right? and those questions were just going through my mind. But guess what? I did it! I passed. So I passed my candidacy exam, and officially, I am now a PhD candidate. So don't call me a PhD student anymore. I'm a PhD candidate, and honestly, it's a big deal. When I say it took a lot from me, I mean it was a lot. It took my energy, my time, hours of preparing and preparing, early morning of going through my slide to be sure I'm good to go, and second guessing every sentence in my research proposal. Like it was a lot, honestly, and I just hope, and most time, and like if I come in contact with PhD students, not PhD candidates, I always try to tell them to start preparing early. I know no matter how you prepare early, it's just what it is, and that shows that yeah, this degree is not just gonna, they're not gonna place it in your hand like just like that. You have to work for it. And so while all that was happening academically, there was other side of my life that was evolving. I made a decision that even though my mind was going through war, my body and my health do not have to be neglected. I don't have to neglect that part of me. So your girl kept going to the gym. I paid attention to what I was eating. I'm just so intentional about my health. I pay attention to eat my body the way I pay attention or take care of my animal model in the lab. And I'm so proud of this version of myself. I know most of you will be like, go back to my older video, and I'll be like, wait a minute, is this the same person? Yes, it's the same person. I just evolved, and I'm so grateful to God that I was able to do that. Honestly, it takes a lot to be able to show up in the midst of the chaos of preparing for my candidacy exam. And even afterward, I just like that decision is one of the best decisions I've ever made. And I'm grateful for God for that. So this girl that you see now is physically strong, even with scars, mentally sound. I would say more self-aware, and I will also say that I am more intentional about my my faith. I'm more intentional about my health. I'm more intentional about my growth. I'm just more intentional about every other thing. There's a thing that comes with you losing weight. It affects every other area of your life, like the way you show up in every area of your life. It just affects it, and I'm grateful to God for that. So there were so many lessons I learned during the period or during the season of my PhD candidacy exam. I learned about fear. I learned about discipline. I learned about asking for help. I learned about being intentional and showing up. I learned about handling fear. I also learned that it's okay for you to rest, take a break. I learned about completing trusting God even when you feel completely inadequate. I learned about so many things about imposter syndrome and all. I'm not saying I'm there yet, but I can't squeeze all this into this video, and that's why every other video that I'll be dropping will be talking more about um what you should expect if you're preparing for a candidacy exam as a PhD student. I'll talk about how you can manage your time. I'll also talk about how to handle fear and imposter syndrome as a PhD student and also life in general. I'll also talk about faith, how you can trust God and allowing God to take the lead, to take a front seat in your life, and also what I would do differently, and also life as a third year PhD student. So if you're a current PhD student or a future PhD, or you are someone that is just chasing bigger dream, like just chasing bigger dream, those videos are going to be for you. And do drop by, come back to my YouTube channel because I'm definitely gonna make those videos just for you. Now let's talk about the future because this channel is not just it's not about randomly come back. Now we have new direction. Going forward, this channel is going to be it's going to base on 4 things, and I'll be reading from my laptop so that I don't miss out on those things that I want to talk about this channel. So the first thing that this channel will be about is about personal development and growth. We'll be talking about mindsets, we'll be talking about confidence, we'll be talking about growth, we'll be talking about goal settings, we'll be talking about healing, we'll be talking about navigating your 20s and 30s without feeling like a failure and becoming the version of yourself that can carry the things you are praying for. So expect real talk, no perfection, right? And the second thing this channel will be talking about or will be about is PhD and academic journey. I'll be sharing what PhD life actually looks like, the highs and the lows, surviving major milestone like candidacy that I've talked about, time management, productivity, and boundaries as a researcher or as a scientist. So if you're thinking of a grad school or you are in it already, this is a channel for you, and expect more videos in this area. The third thing this channel is now about is science communication. This is like a goal that I have always wanted to go into, and I think this is the right time for me to incorporate that in my channel. So I'll be making science simple and human. I'll be breaking down topic that you can understand, or topic around my research work, or topic around science majorly, that you can understand in simple English, and just explaining what I do in simple English. Also, I'll be helping you understand how science actually connects to your everyday life. So there's nothing jargon, it's just something very simple and you can connect that to your everyday life. And the last thing, which is the fourth thing this channel is now about, is faith and becoming. And of course, I'm not going to leave God out of this. I am a child of God. Yes, everybody are, right? So I'll be sharing how I navigate faith in the middle of being a PhD student, candidate, in the middle of research, deadlines, and chasing my big dreams. I'll also be sharing about prayers that have carried me, and also lesson God has been teaching me about identity, about waiting, and about purpose. So this is just a safe space for ambitious people and people who love God and love growth. So expect that on this channel, those 4 things, expect that videos around this area. So yeah, that is where I have been. That is what has been happening, and also that is where we are going on this channel. So if this sounds like something you need in your life right now, just hit that subscription button and also turn on your notification bell to be the first person to receive or to get a notification when I drop a new video. And also comment uh about where you are watching from. And out of these 4 things I've mentioned about faith, I've mentioned about science communication, making science simple, I've mentioned about PhD journey and personal development and growth. So if any of which of all these excites you, please comment in the comment section. I will be there to answer or to reply you. And yeah, if you ever feel like giving up, if you ever feel like, oh, you're stuck, you're not alone. We are going through this together. I just want you to know that it's going to be fine. If you need to take a break, take a break. I think people don't emphasize on the importance of taking a break. It's give you more clarity. When you take a break, you feel better, you feel refreshed, and you have more clarity about what the future holds. And don't also take out the factor of God. Talk to God when you feel that way, and He's going to help you and direct you and give you instructions on the next thing to do. This time I'm not gonna ghost you anymore. I'm going to show up, I'm going to keep showing up. And thank you for not giving up on this girl called Rachel. I'm going to see you in my next video. Bye.